what is the shortest amount of time you ever had a job? And for me, it was my very first job.
Okay.
I was a busboy at the Days Inn restaurant, the restaurant in the Days Inn in Grove City.
Yeah.
Right there when you get off 270 on Main Street. And 2 weeks. I'm like, I just, no. This is not me, man. I can't do this.
2 weeks? What were you doing?
I was a busboy. I was clearing tables and washing dishes.
Was it just too gross or too hard?
It just sucked. It's just miserable.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
You're like, I'm a kid. I don't have to put up with this.
To work at Wendy's, I was like, this is better.
So you didn't hate the hard work, just the atmosphere.
It was just, didn't like it.
What about you, Lewis? What was the shortest amount of time you spent on a job?
Probably 6 weeks. Right around there.
6 weeks, all right.
Was it a radio job or other?
It was a radio job?
Yeah, I was doing a thing where I was kind of working as an independent contractor, and I would go place to place and look at various radio stations. And I went to one and spent about 6 weeks before I realized, I can't fix what you have going on here.
This is not for me.
Yeah, just not for me.
Dave texted about a minute and a half. He said he just started at Swenson's in 1979. They asked him to clean the bathroom, so he clocked out and left.
Swenson's been around that long?
I guess.
What about you, Kelly?
Mine was probably 2 months maybe. My final quarter at Ohio State. We were still on quarters back then, and I was working for Ohio State in the Department of Geodetic Science and Surveying.
Geodetic?
Don't ask me. But I was doing office work for Professor Wadala, Dr. Wadala, the nicest person you've ever met in your life. He was a guy, he was from Finland, like super cool, has been there forever. And I just didn't understand like what I was supposed to be doing. He sort of told me, but whatever. I was useless. So I stopped coming in, and then I was coming in like 3 times a week, and then I was coming in once a week, and then I was like sort of not coming in that often anymore. I'm still getting paid, mind you, for all the hours I'm marking down. I mean, I work the hours I marked down.
Sounds like a great job.
I sat there the whole time not knowing what to do.
Sounds like a great job to me.
I think he felt like, look, you're a college student. You know what you're doing. Just, enter, like, do this and this. And with some kind of word processing situation way back in the day, I didn't understand the system. I didn't know what I was doing. So finally, he just said, I think it's probably best if we end our time together. And I said, I think you're right.
Well, we are getting a ton of texts. 5 minutes, walked in, saw the condition of the kitchen, and walked out. That was Jamie.
Anthony,
Lucky didn't make it past lunch for work on the first day.
Anthony says he made it just under 3 hours before he got in a huge fight with another coworker because the guy was messing with an old person, and Anthony couldn't take it. So he said he walked over and mollywopped him, and both he and the kid got fired.
Mollywopped him. That is the word of the day.
Yeah.
Mollywopped. Lewis, I believe you posted this on the Blitz Facebook page, so you can also go over there. Steve said, I worked at a call center for a day and a half, left at lunch on the second day, and never went back.
Man, Ted didn't give a reason why on our Facebook wall, but he said 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Ooh. Oh, there has to be a story there.
Right.
This person texted in, shortest job, 3 days with a remote accounting position. They sent him her faulty equipment and then fired them for it.
Oh, my gosh.
Okie doke. That's weird.
All right.
Samantha said, so I got a job at a real estate company. This lady must have had so much confidence in me that my first day I was there alone. I answered one phone call, told him I was sorry, I can't help you. And then another guy walked through the door and asked me some questions. I had no clue what to say. So I wrote up my resignation, locked up the door, slipped the key under the slot and sill, and I think it took me less than 30 minutes.
Oh, that's nice and tidy.
And she did not get paid for that 30 minutes of my time.
Oh. 4 hours in a collection center. I hated every second. As soon as it was time for a smoke break, I said, peace out. 4 hours.
McKenna said 1 week at FedEx, got yelled at by a coworker for struggling to deadlift a 60-pound box filled with live fish that was between other boxes on the subfloor while she got help lifting a 50-pound box. Manager said nothing, got another job offer for more money and left.
Now, do you quit right away or do you have something lined up first? Because I don't, you know what I mean? I remember when I was in college, I didn't bat an eyelash if I lost my job. I'm like, whatever. Go out and get another one tomorrow. Maybe even today if I feel like it. Now that's not quite as easy to do.
Yeah, when you've got like a house payment and all that stuff, it's a little harder to walk out. But man, the stress, sometimes if you're in a situation where the stress is you can't handle it, it's like I would rather deal with unemployment than deal with this.
Yeah, but I think it depends on your situation, because I came out of one that was toxic, and for a minute it was nice to be able to breathe. And then about a month later, I was like, all right, now the anger sets in. Now I got to figure out what's next. Yeah. So it just depends on what your total vibe is.
Right.
Let's see. Toe Man says, spent an hour at Bob Evans on North High as a busboy. Bust my first table, came around the corner, slipped. The whole tray went everywhere. Glasses broken, plates broken. I said, F it and quit.
Why'd you quit your busboy gig?
I just hated it, man.
Is that what it was?
It was disgusting. And I can handle anything like that. That's not a big deal, but it just, there was just no satisfaction. It was absolute minimum wage, and I'm like, I can do better than this.
Maddie on our Facebook wall said 3 days at a remote accounting job. They sent me faulty equipment, then fired me for it. Erica said 2 weeks. Raymond 10 days. Doug 2 hours.
Ryan says 15 minutes. Got into an argument with safety about a job issue, and they threw me off the job. oh my gosh.
Rachel spent 7 hours on a job training to be a line cook at a North Star Cafe. Did not come back the next day.
Tristan's, dropped down. Tristan said, I quit a roofing job after 1 day. Oh, that's tough work.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, roofing, yeah.
Dude, I did that one summer, and got to be, and if you're low man on the totem pole, you're carrying all the shingles and all that stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, it's brutal.
Catherine said 45 minutes at a local cereal factory, was knee deep in Fruit Loops, and the manager wasn't concerned with cleaning it up. I even asked for a broom. He was dismissive about it, so I walked out.
I would love
I would beg to be knee deep in Fruit Loops.
I would eat my way right out.
That's great.
As soon as I was done with the Fruit Loops, I'm like, you got any Lucky Charms around here? Where's the head over there next?
Where's the Fruity Pebbles?
Right?
Terry said, I never made it to the first day. I failed the training.
David says, I was a shoe salesman at Foot Locker for 3 days. Same kid bought and returned shoes 3 times.
Oh, wow. All
Chelsea
right.
made it 3 hours, and Jay made it 3 months.
All right.
Oof.
See, it's interesting.
Matt says he sees people all the time at his job go on their first break and just leave.
Wow. What do they do?
Matt?
Yeah, I want to know what they do.
I'm kidding.
Let's see. I was temporarily hired as a computer teacher for a private school. My job lasted a day. Another teacher was also on trial, and the students... Oh, on a trial run. Okay, and the students liked her better because she was the biggest pushover.
Do you guys think there's a difference between job and career?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I think it's one thing to walk out of a job, but I think career, you weigh the options a little bit more.
I absolutely
You'll put up with a lot, I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To keep your career.
Yeah, because if you're at a job and you know you can easily get another job that pays equally as well, it's a lot easier to go, yeah, this isn't for me, I'm out.
Right. There's a difference between climbing up the ladder as opposed to, hey, I plateaued where I want to be for a while.
Yeah.
So there are people that get tired of their career, and the pandemic brought that out of a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. I wasn't looking to become head busboy,
No,
days
why
in
not?
Grove City. I wasn't doing that, so...